The year is 1600. Thousands of Japanese samurai and infantry prepare for battle. A battle that would be known throughout history as the Battle of Sekigahara. Now, Japan had been engulfed in chaos and war for many years during the Sengoku period, but after your main man, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, successfully unified the country, there would be peace. However, that peace would come crashing down. Toyotomi Hideyoshi, the ruler of Japan, would pass away, leaving his young son as the heir. This and a number of other underlying factors would cause a major power struggle, once again gripping the nation in conflict. In the midst of the chaos, two powerful factions would emerge. The Army of the East, led by the powerful samurai warlord Tokugawa, ieyasu, and the Army of the West, led by your main daimyo dude, Ishida Mitsunari, who supported and co-signed Toyotomi Hideyoshi's legacy. Now, as tensions escalated between these two forces vying for control over Japan, it would become clear to both sides that the only way to settle this was for an ultimate showdown, a great gathering of the samurai, a complete winner-take-all battle. Now, with the stage being set, both armies would prepare for the showdown. On October 21st, 1600, the two rival armies, numbering around 80,000 apiece, would arrive on the battlefield. It had rained earlier that morning, causing a thick fog which obscured both armies from each other's view. Now, these armies were made up of samurai warriors and ashigaru, or infantry. The samurai wore full suits of armor and were equipped with an assortment of weapons, including the yari, or spear, match-like guns, and powerful curved bows like the yumi, with the katana being like the personal sidearm, used as a last resort weapon for up-close and personal combat. However, your boys samurai were formidable warriors, being highly skilled with the katana. They were known to put a major clapping on anyone they met on any battlefield. Now, the Army of the East and the Army of the West would take their positions on the battlefield of Sekigahara, the dense fog still obscuring their visibility. However, at around 8 or 9 a.m., the battle would begin. With the fog finally lifting, both armies would catch a glimpse of each other and immediately open fire with a devastating barrage of match-like guns and arrows, followed up by a charge. Both armies, being led by a number of powerful samurai commanders, would attack and engage in a furious battle. The fighting would be brutal on epic levels. Samurai warriors and the shiguru would engage in barbaric savage fighting, evicting limbs and heads off of their opponents. Match-like gunners and archers would fire volley after volley, point blank into charging attackers. Samurai cavalry would deliver harrowing charges into enemy formations, deleting scores of soldiers. But not all the samurai warlords and their armies were engaged in the battle. There were some that stood back and watched. Now, at first, things were going pretty good for the Western Army and your boy Ishida Mitsunari. However, as the battle continued, Mitsunari's command structure would begin to fall off, and orders to his men would go unanswered. This would leave sections of his army out of his control. Now, at around 11 a.m., as the battle grew hot like bacon grease, your boy Mitsunari, seeing that the battle was now becoming deadlocked, would signal to those commanders not yet engaged in the battle to attack. This was the pivotal moment, an attempt to flex up on the Eastern Army. However, to his surprise, several of the lords and commanders with their men refused to engage your boy Tokugawa and his Eastern Army. One such commander was 19-year-old Kobayakawa Hideaki. Despite his young age, this dude and his army of 15,000 knew how to dish out some major clappings, and Ishida Mitsunari desperately needed his help if he was to secure victory. However, your boy Kobayakawa Hideaki and his men held their positions, refusing to act. The young commander was fighting his own battle in his mind, deliberating on what to do. Despite promising Tokugawa ieyasu that he would switch sides, Kobayakawa was still uncertain of what to do. He had played the side chick and was now confronted with a decision that would change Japan. However, your main man, Tokugawa, feeling some type of way and seeing how sketchy this 19-year-old dude was being, ordered his match-like gunners to fire a volley of warning shots at Kobayakawa in an attempt to force the confused commander to make up his mind and act. This action would cause Kobayakawa Hideaki to make his choice, and his army would pour into the battlefield and attack Mitsunari and his army, betraying his one-time friend. This would be the turning point for the battle. Other Western commanders, seeing this act of betrayal, would also become turncoats and change sides, attacking Mitsunari. This would lead to a complete collapse of the Western Army. This unexpected chain of events would shatter Ishida Mitsunari's hopes and his army. And just like that, the battle was over. Around 32,000 men had been deleted during the 6-hour meat grinder of a battle. As for your boy Mitsunari, after his defeat, he would try to escape, but would be caught by villagers who would ultimately evict his head from him. With this decisive outcome at Sekigahara, your main man Tokugawa Ieyasu established himself as shogunate, bringing about an era of peace which lasted more than 2 centuries, known as the Edo period, marking the end of the long-standing civil wars. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like and subscribe button and leave a comment. Feedback is much appreciated. You guys have a wonderful day. Much love. Peace.